Hola Valeria, ¿cómo estás? Acá, a la sombra del Burj Khalifa, me gustaría preguntarte cómo son los árabes, cómo viven, cómo trabajan, cómo se relacionan. ¿Te parece si le preguntamos a uno de nuestros colegas? Lo que te puedo decir es que esta cultura, además de ser milenaria, vive en el capitalismo con todo.
¿Cómo andás, Marlon? ¿Todo bien? Qué placer verte por ahí, me encanta. Un poco de idea tengo, hace poco estuve por Marruecos, pero la verdad es que me falta bastante más contexto y me gustaría saberlo de algún profesional y que además vive por allí. Así que, si te parece, hablamos con Amer Bitar, que nos va a contar un poco más sobre los árabes. Dale, vamos.
If I want to describe Arabs in the UAE, I can say they are loyal to their close and extended families. They really believe in building relationships, and they are generous. If you want to do business with Arabs in the UAE, you need first to build a trustful relationship with your partner. Trust relation needs time to be built, so you need to be patient. It's always a good idea to get introduced through a contact that is trusted by your potential Arab partner. Also, it's a good idea to meet your partner in person. Try to not count on virtual meetings. Try to come to the office to visit the city. Do not rush to close deals before you gain the trust of your partner. Arabs value generosity, so business meals represent great opportunities to build relationships and trust. When you work with Arabs in the UAE, you need to know who is the decision maker in the organization. Since the society is patriarchal in nature, so heads of families and elders are the most respected individuals in the community. So in most cases, they are the decision makers. Also, since Arabs have a long shared history, so their communication is higher in context comparing to most Europeans. Generally, they speak in indirectly, and it requires the listener to read between the lines. And high percentage of the words they use can be understood in multiple ways based on how, when, and the context of the conversation. So try to practice listening more carefully, ask for more questions, more clarifying questions, understand the body language. It's so important to see how the body language is used. Um, don't don't form opinions quickly. Just wait till the end. In some cases, you need to work through another local person in order to get the messages clarified. A good leader in the UAE is the one who acts like a father and a protector to his team. Good leaders always take care of their teams. Uh, Also, a good leader should be an expert in the area, and he knows mostly more than his team. So always his team consult him in everything, and he always follows up with them on regular basis. He always knows the answers. Um, Always he's very respected by his team. Um, should be like the ideal leader in the region. Should be or look like older than his team. Shows wisdom in his approach. Um, he is more formal in his dress and relation to his team. A good leader always gives clear instructions of what is needed from the team, so the team won't be vague in what they have or they must do. A good employee in the region is the one who is loyal to the leader and the group, who knows his or her position, what should do. A good employee never confront with the leader publicly. If there is something necessary to correct or misinformation to correct, a good employee do that privately to save face of the leader. Inshallah, which means God willing, is a very common word in Arabic conversation, but it's vague and difficult for outsiders to understand it. Now, the meaning depends on the context, including the tone of the conversation. Um, Sometimes it's used when someone asks you to do something, and it depends on the tone. It can mean when you use it, it can mean approval, or in other cases, it can be a polite refusal. Inshallah also used in agreeing on meetings time. For instance, it is normal to hear an Arab telling you, let's meet after Isha prayer or in the evening. For the speaker, this indicates a range of 2 to 3 hours, as the conception of time is very different from what is in many Western countries.